Now listen, I just wanted to make this video to remind some of you guys about self-discipline. Now, self-discipline when it comes to trading, it's a topic that a lot of you guys you miss out. And I feel like a lot of you guys you miss out simply because you are ignorant. There's a lot of things that you guys are ignorant of regarding trading. But the main thing that you ignore that keeps you not to be disciplined, it's your risk management. Your risk management is the one thing that keeps you undisciplined. I will just create my own word. I will just say undisciplined. That means you are not disciplined enough to maintain the profitability in your trading. So what I want to talk about today is exactly that: how to maintain profitability and discipline. Here's one thing you need to do. You need to maintain how much you are willing to lose. As soon as you place a trade, as soon as you take a trade, right, you need to only think about one thing. How much are you willing to risk for that trade? And disconnect yourself from that losing trade. I mean, even if it's not a losing trade, but disconnect yourself from that trade. Make sure that whatever you're willing to risk on that particular trade, you disconnect yourself, you disconnect your emotions from that particular trade, and that will make sure that you do not disturb the process or the journey of that particular trade. Let me tell you something: once a trade is placed, it's like a baby. You need to let it grow. You need to let it grow into whatever that it can become. Once a trade is placed, you need to let it grow, remove yourself from it. Of course, there are some things that you can do, like monitoring the trade, adjusting stop losses, and whatnot. But the main trade is not in your control. That means let the trade run, considering that it already has a stop loss. Your stop loss is well calculated. You know exactly that if it goes against you, you are out of the markets. You are out of the markets to an extent that you cannot control the trade. Once you click that buy, once you click that sell, the trade is out of your hands. So one thing you can control is the things or the parameters before you place a trade. The first thing, of course, is the stop loss and the take profit. Those are the two most important things when placing a trade. Of course, an entry point is vital, very, very vital. Now, I understand that, maybe at an entry point, it goes hand in hand with the strategy you use, the time frame you use, and whatever the case may be. Now, the thing is, as a day trader myself, I want to always make sure that my entry points are spectacular, or they are perfect as they come, because my stop losses are very tight. I use very tight stop losses. I can be out. My stop loss can be kicked within 10, 15 minutes. I can be out of the trade. So I have to make sure that I go for spectacular entry points. So this is why I use lower time frames. When the bigger the time frame, that means you don't have much control over how far a trade can drag before it sees any profits. So those kind of things, they play a vital role. Now, I want to remind you, if you want to maintain discipline and profitability, control your lot size, control your stop loss, control the take profit. The one thing you can't control is how long a trade will run for you to start realizing some profits. Those kind of things are not in your control. You can control your stop loss, your lot size, your take profit. Those are the kind of things. Also, your entry point. Those are the kind of things you can control. 4 things you can control in your in your trading day. So control those things and you should be fine. Remember, remove yourself from the trade, remove your emotions from the trade. How do you do that? Have a stop loss in place. Make sure your lot size is particularly aligned with your account size. So if those things they're compatible, you are not going to have any problem in your trading. The only time you're going to have a problem with your trading is when one of these things is out of control. Out of control. You find that you've got your stop loss in a proper place, but your lot size is way bigger than your account size. Then what can you do? You've risked your account. You've risked your account. So those are the kind of things that you need to think about before you can become a successful and a profitable trader. This video, guys, is meant for those of you who want to switch or want to turn around your trading you didn't know exactly what you were doing wrong, this video is exactly for you. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on this kind of videos. More are still coming. Like the video as well to show support to the channel. See you on the next video, guys. Peace.